वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। जपजी साहिब in English. The creator of the universe is one, the one and only Ek Onkar. Truth is thy name, he is the doer, the fearless, without enmity and immortal. He who is unborn and self-illuminate. His realization comes through the grace of a guru, teacher. Meditate. He who is the beginning of truth and truth through the ages. O Nanak, he shall remain the truth today and forever. By pondering, one cannot have the conception of God, even though one may think millions of times, even when one is silent and remains constantly absorbed. One cannot conceive the Almighty. One remains hungry even though one may have amassed worldly valuables. One may acquire millions of skills, but none follows him in the life hereafter. How can one become one with the truthful and dispel the veil of illusion? O Nanak, only by obeying the preordained command of the Almighty and surrendering to His will. By the order of the Almighty, forms are produced from the elements. His order cannot be described. By His command, beings are created and His order creates greatness. By His commands, some are high and some are low. By His unwritten command, some suffer pain and some get comfort. By His order, some are rewarded and some are made to wander. Everyone and everything follows His orders, and no one is beyond His command. O Nanak, whosoever understand His order shall never be proud. Those endowed with might sing about His might. Those who have felt His grace sing about His grace and blessings. Some sing of His noble virtues. Some sing about His varied philosophies. Some sing of His creations that have been reduced to dust. Some sing of His absolute power to take and restore life. Some sing that He appears to be far away. Some sing that He beholds us face to face. And thus are endless discourses about Him. The generous bestower continues to give, but the recipients get satiated and wearied. Through the ages, His creation received His bounty. The Supreme Commander makes each one walk His path. O Nanak, the carefree Lord is happy and in eternal bliss. Truth is the Lord, truth is thy name, and the truthful take His name with infinite love. They ask and beg from Him again and again, and He bestows His gifts endlessly. What offering could be made to get a glimpse of His darbar, the court? What words could be uttered to win His love? In the Amrit Vela, the ambrosial hours before dawn, chant the true name and reflect on His greatness and glory. It is through past deeds we have been granted this human birth, and by His grace we attain salvation. O Nanak, understand this, that the True One is one and the only above all else. He can neither be manifested nor created. He, the Pure One, is omnipotent. Those who have served him have been honored. O Nanak, sing the praises of the Lord, about the treasures of his bounty. With the Lord's love in our heart, sing and listen to his praises. Thus you shall shed pain and happiness shall dwell within you. Gurmukh, the follower of Lord's will, transmit divine words through Gurbani. Gurbani bestows Lord's knowledge, and through Gurbani the Lord is realized as all prevailing. The Guru is Lord Shiva, Guru is Vishnu, Guru is Brahma, and Guru is Goddess Parvati, and Goddess Lakshmi, and Goddess Saraswati. Be that the Lord be known, he could not be described, as he is formless. O Nanak, the Guru has taught me that there is one bestower for all beings. May I never forget him. If I could please the Lord, that would be my holy dip. Without pleasing him, of what use is this pilgrimage and bathing in holy places? Without good acts, all the created beings that I see around me are neither granted nor attain anything. Listen to Guru's teachings that reveal to you the gems, jewels, and rubies in your inner self. The Guru has taught me this one thing, that there is only one bestower for all beings. May I never forget him. If one's age equal 4 yugas and even become 10 times more, or one be known in 9 planets and all follow him, one may have earned name, attained praise and renown in the world. Yet if his gracious glance doesn't fall on him, then no one will care for him. He will be counted a vermin amongst worms, and even sinner will point fingers at him. O Nanak, God grants virtue to the non-virtuous, bestows pity on the pious, and no one else can bestow such blessings on him. By listening to the holy teachings of the Bani, the seekers acquire the state of Siddha. Pir, spiritual yogi, by listening to his Bani, the secret of universe, its supposed sporting bull and of heaven are revealed. By listening to God's name, one realizes the vastness of earth, universe, and nether world. Listening to his name, death cannot torment man. O Nanak, the devotee is ever in blissful state. By listening and reciting the Lord's name, pain and sin are destroyed. By listening to Lord's name, a state of Brahma, Shiva, and Indra is achieved. By listening to his name, even the evil sing Lord's praises. By listening to Lord's praises, one gets into a state of yoga, the true bliss, and knowledge dawns on him about the secrets of existence. By listening to his name, the knowledge and understanding enshrined in Shastras and the book on philosophy, Smritis, the book on ceremonies, and Vedas, the set of 4 religious books, is revealed. O Nanak, devotees are ever in bliss. By listening to his name, pain and sin are erased. By listening to Lord's name, truthfulness, contentment, and divine knowledge dawns. By listening to his name, a reward equivalent to cleansing bath at 68 holy places of pilgrimage cleansing is attained. By listening and constantly reciting his name, one attains honor and enters into deep state of meditation. O Nanak, devotees are ever in bliss, and by listening to his name, pain and sin are banished. By listening to his name, one dives deep into oceans of virtue. By listening to his name, one gains the status of scholar, where the spiritual guide and king, listening shows the way to the blind. By listening, the unfathomable is grasped. O Nanak, devotees are ever in bliss. By listening to his name, pain and sin are destroyed. Those who are thy obedient, their deep faith cannot be described. There is no paper, pen, and writer who can reflect the state of mind of the believer. Anyone who attempts to describe their faith later repents. Such is the name of the perfect Lord that only the obedient can attempt to understand his ways. The obedient is a rare person who understands the state of bliss thereof from such obedience. One who truly believes in his name, to him comes the wisdom of the divine. The believer attains knowledge of all spheres. The worshipper does not get blow on his face and thus is not disgraced. By belief in the Lord, he doesn't face the Lord of death. Such is the name of the perfect God. The one who obeys the Lord is a rare person who understands the state of bliss thereof from such obedience. The believer faces no obstacles in his path and departs with honor and renown. The believer is one who doesn't walk in worldly ways of rituals. The believer acts sincerely and righteously. Such is the name of the Immaculate Lord. The one who obeys the Lord is a rare person who understands the state of bliss thereof from such obedience. The obedient reach the altar of salvation. The obedient liberates his kith and kin. He protects himself and becomes a shield for disciples of the Lord. O Nanak, the believer does not fear nor beg. Such is the name of Immaculate Lord. The one who obeys the Lord is a rare person who understands the state of bliss thereof from such obedience. Those chosen ones by Lord are supreme. The chosen stand honored in the Lord's portal. They look beautiful at the portal of Lord the King. Their attention is centered only on the God. However, one may reflect or speak, but there can be no enumeration on the Creator's work. The mythical bull holding up the world is pity born of compassion, who is patiently upholding the world. He who understands the endless patience to hold the weight of the world is one who understands the truth. There are more and more worlds beyond the earth. Which power supports their weight? Which power supports their weight? Each creation, kind, color, names are written by God's flowing pen. Only a few understand this divine account. How voluminous the scribed scroll would be. O Lord, how great is thine power and fascinating beauty. How great is thy gift. Who can assess its extent? With one word of his, the whole universe came into being, and from there millions of rivers of life began to flow. What power have I to describe thy teachings? I cannot even once be a sacrifice unto thee. Whatever pleases thee is the only true pursuit. Thou art ever safe and sound, O formless one. Countless are ways of recitation and countless the ways of devotion. Countless are the forms of worship. Countless the modes of doing penance. Countless are those who recite holy scriptures, Vedas from memory. Countless are yogis whose mind remains detached from this world. Countless are thy devotees who contemplate on wisdom and virtue of the Lord. Countless are the holy men, countless are the givers, countless the heroic spiritual warriors who bear the stroke of steel on the faces in the battle attack. Countless are the silent sages vibrating the string of his love, who silently in deep love meditate on the Lord. What power have I to describe your countless creative doctrines? I cannot even once be a sacrifice unto thee. Whatever pleases thee is the only good done, O thou eternal and formless one. Countless are the fools who are blindingly ignorant. Countless are the thieves and devourers of others' property. Countless depart after establishing their rule by force. Countless are the throat cutter who commit ruthless murders. Countless are the sinners who keep on committing sins. Countless are the liars who wander in a flat falsehood. Countless are the wretches who eat filth as ration. Countless are the slanderers who carry loads of their sins on their heads. Nanak, the lowly gives description, I cannot even once be a sacrifice unto thee. Whatever pleases thee is the only good done. Thou art eternal and formless one. Countless are thy names and countless thy abodes. Countless are thy realms, inaccessible and inscrutable. Even to call them countless amount to carrying a load of sin on their head. From the word comes the Naam, from the word comes your praise. From the word comes spiritual wisdom, singing the songs of your glory. From the word come the written and spoken words and hymns. From the word comes destiny written on one's forehead. One who wrote these words of destiny has no words written on his forehead. As he ordains, so do we receive. So great is thy creation, so great is thy universe, through which thy power and greatness is witnessed by thy creation. Without thy name there is no place. What powers have I to describe thine excellence? I cannot even once be a sacrifice unto thee. Whatever pleases Thee is the only good done, you the eternal and formless one. When hands, feet, and body are dirty, water can wash away the dirt. When clothes are soiled and stained by urine, soap can wash them clean. But when the intellect is stained and polluted by sin, it can only be cleaned by the love of the Naam. Virtue and vice don't come by mere words. Actions repeated over and over again are engraved on the soul. As you sow, so shall you reap. O Nanak, by the hukam of God's command, we come and go in reincarnation. Pilgrimage, penance, compassion, and charity, these by themselves bring only an iota of merit. Listening and believing with love and humility in your mind, cleanse yourself with the name at the sacred shrine deep within. All virtues are yours, Lord, I have none. Without virtue, there is no devotional worship. I bow to the Lord of the world, to his word, to Brahma the Creator. Thou art the truth, thou art beautiful, thou art true and eternally joyful. What was that time and what was that moment? What was that day and what was that date? What was that season and what was that month when the universe was created? The Pandits, religious scholars, cannot find that time. Even if it is written in religious scriptures, Puranas, that time is not known to the Qazis who scribed the Quran. The day and the date are not known to the yogis, nor is the month or the season. The Creator who created this creation, only He Himself knows. How can we speak of Him? How can we praise Him? How can we describe Him? How can we know Him? O Nanak, everyone speaks of Him, each one wiser than the rest. Great is the Master, great is His name. Whatever happens is according to His will. Nanak, one who claims to know everything shall not be decorated in the worlds hereafter. There are limitless worlds beneath and limitless worlds above. People have grown weary searching His limits. The holy Vedas declare their helplessness. The holy Muslim scriptures declares that these are 18,000 worlds, but in reality there is only one universe and one essence. Nothing else is real. There is no account of His vastness. In trying to define Him, one's life will end. O Nanak, call Him great. He Himself knows Himself. Those who sing His praise don't have the understanding as to how great He is. Like the rivers flowing into the sea don't know the extent of the sea. The kings and emperors with monumental properties and ocean of wealth don't equal even the merits of an ant who never forgets the gracious Lord. Endless are His praises, endless are those who speak them, endless are His actions, endless are His gifts, endless is His vision, endless is His hearing. His limits cannot be perceived. Endless are the mysteries of His mind. Limitless is his creation and its expanse. Limitless is his yonder end and beyond. Many struggle to know his limits, but his limits cannot be found. No one can know these limits. The more one has to say, the more remains to be said. Great is the Master, high is his heavenly abode. Highest of the high, above all is his name. Only one as great and as high as God can know his lofty and exalted state. Only he himself knows his greatness. He himself knows himself. O Nanak, by his glance of grace, he bestows his glorious blessings. His blessings are so bountiful and that there can be no written record of them. The great bestower does not hold back anything. There are so many great heroic warriors begging at the door of the infinite Lord. So many ponder and dwell upon him. They are countless. Many pine away to extinction in evil. So many take and take again and then deny receiving. So many foolish devourers keep on devouring. So many endure distress, deprivation, and constant abuse. Even these are your blessings. O bountiful one, liberation from bondage comes only by your will. No one else has any say in it. If some fool should presume to say that he does, he shall learn and feel the effects of his folly. He himself knows and he himself gives. Few, very few are those who acknowledge his blessings. One who is blessed to sing the praises of the Lord, O Nanak, is the King of kings. Priceless are his virtues. Priceless are his dealings. Priceless are his dealers. Priceless are his traders. Priceless are those who come to him. Priceless are those who buy from him. Priceless is love for him. Priceless is absorption into him. Priceless is the divine law of dharma. Priceless is divine court of justice. Priceless are the scales. Priceless are the weights. Priceless are his blessings. Priceless is his banner and insignia. Priceless is his mercy. Priceless is his royal command. Priceless, O priceless, beyond expression. Speak of him continually and remain absorbed in his love. The Vedas and Puranas, the holy scriptures, speak, the scholars speak and lecture, Brahma speaks, Indra speaks of him. The Krishna devotees, Gopis and Krishna speak. Shiva speaks, the Siddha speak, the many created Buddhas speak. The demons speak, the demigods speak. The spiritual warriors, the heavenly being, the silent sages, the humble and server speak. Many speak and try to describe him. Many have spoken of him over and over again, and have then arisen and departed. If he were to create as many again as there already are, even then they could not describe him. He is as great as he wishes to be. O Nanak, the true Lord knows. If anyone presume to describe God, he shall be known as the greatest fool of fools. Where is that gate, and where is that dwelling in which you sit and take care of all? The sound current is of the naad vibrates, the countless musicians play on all sort of instruments there. So many ragas, so many musicians sing to thee, O bountiful Creator. The pranic, the life-giving wind, water and fire sing. The righteous judge of dharma sings at your door. Chitragupt, the angels that scribe and record actions of all, and the righteous judge of dharma who judge this record sing your praises. Shiva, Brahma and the goddess of beauty ever adorned sing. Indra, seated upon his throne, sings with the deities at thy door. The Siddhas in Samadhi, silent meditation, sing. The Sadhus, saint, sing reflecting on your glory. The celibates, the fanatics, the contented and the fearless warriors sing. The Pandits, the religious scholars who recite the Vedas holding the wisdom of ages, the seven supreme sages, all exalt thee. Thy praise is sung by Mohinis, the enchanting heavenly nymphs who enchant the hearts in paradise and in the nether world. The celestial jewel created by you and the 68 holy places of pilgrimage sing. The brave and mighty warriors sing. The spiritual heroes and four sources of creations sing. The planet, solar system and galaxies created and arranged by your hand sing. They alone sing who are pleasing to your will. Your devotees are imbued with the nectar of your essence. So many others sing. They don't come to my mind. Nanak cannot recall everyone. That true Lord is true. Forever true, and true is his name. He who created all is and shall always be. He shall not depart, even the creation of universe come to an end. He created the world with his various colors, species and kinds. He watches over all his creation, just as it pleases him. He does whatever pleases him. No one can order him. He is the King of kings, the Supreme Lord and Master of kings. Nanak remains subject to his will. O Yogi, the spiritual one, make contentment your earrings, modesty your begging bowl and pouch, and meditation your ashes. Let the remembrance of death be your patched coat. Let your chosen path be a life of purity like the virgins, and faith in God your staff. Let the highest order of your yogis be your brotherhood with all, and your winning of self, the conquest of the world. I bow to him, I humbly bow. He is the primal one, the pure light without beginning, without end, indestructible and throughout all the ages. He is one and the same. Let spiritual wisdom be your food and compassion your attendant, and listen to the divine music of Naad that vibrates in each and every heart. He himself is the supreme master of all. Wealth and miraculous spiritual powers and all other external tastes and pleasures are all relishes for other. Union with him and separation from him comes by his will, and by destiny one attains one share. I bow to him, I humbly bow. The primal one the pure, without beginning, without end, and throughout all the ages. He is one and the same. The one Divine Mother conceived and gave birth to three deities: one, the creator of the world; second, the sustainer; and third, the destroyer. But it is only He who makes things happen in accordance to the pleasure of His will. Such is His celestial order. He watches over all, but none see Him. This is the greatest wonder. I bow to Him, I humbly bow to Him. He, the primal one, He, the pure, without beginning, without end, throughout all the ages, He is one and the same. In world after world are His seats of authority and His storehouses. Whatever was put into them was put once and forever. Having created the creation, the Creator Lord watches over it. O Nanak, true is the creation of the true Lord. I bow to Him, I humbly bow. He, the primal one, He, the pure, without beginning, without end, throughout all the ages, He is one and the same. If my lone tongue became 100,000, and if those 100,000 were multiplied 20-fold with every one, I would repeat the one name. Many are the steps on the path that leads to the Lord. By ascending those steps, I would become one with Him. By hearing His praises, even worms aspire to emulate to reach those heights. O Nanak, by His grace that He is obtained, false are the boastings of the false. I have no power to speak and no power to remain silent. I have no power to beg and no power to give. I have no power to live and no power to die. I have no power to acquire an empire and wealthy, thereby disturbing the mind. I have no power to gain understanding of divine knowledge. I have no power to find a way of escape from the world. In whose hand the power is, let him use and see. He alone has the power in his hands. He watches over all. O Nanak, in His eyes no one is high or low. Nights and days, seasons, dates and days, wind, water, fire, and nether regions, in the midst of these, He established the earth as a home for dharma, His meditation. Therein He inhabited being of various types and colors, whose names are countless and endless. They are judged by their deeds and actions. The Lord Himself is true and true in His court. There, in perfect grace and ease, shine the true ones, approved and accepted by His grace. Their heads are anointed with the mark of grace, grace from the merciful Lord. The ripe and the unripe, the good and the bad, all shall there be judged. O Nanak, on reaching there, you will see this. Such is the moral duty of realm of righteousness or dharma. And now we speak of realm of spiritual wisdom. So many winds, waters, and fires, so many Krishnas and Shivas, so many Brahmas in many forms of great beauty, adorned and dressed in many colors, numberless worlds, lands, and fields where karma, the virtuous deeds, are performed. Numberless are the lessons to be learnt, and countless instructions receivers. Many Indras, many moons and suns. Numberless are the starry and earthly regions. Many Siddhas and Buddhas, many Nads, and so many forms of goddesses, so many deities and demons, many silent sages, and many jewel born of the oceans. So many are ways of life, so many languages, and so many dynasties of rulers. Many are the devotees of God and men of divine wisdom, so many selfless servants. O Nanak, his limit is limitless. In the domain of knowledge, divine spiritual wisdom shines, and there can be found many joyous sights and sound. The sound current of the Nad vibrates there amidst the sound and the sights of bliss. In the realm of humility, the word is beauty. Forms are incomparable beauty are fashioned there. Then comes spiritual achievements, where beauty guides and directs all speech, ecstatic and glorious beyond words to express. These things cannot be described. One who tries to speak of these shall regret the attempt. There, the inner consciousness, intellect, and understanding of minds are molded. The consciousness of spiritual warriors and siddhas, the being of spiritual perfection, are all shaped there. In the realm of karma, the word is power. There is spiritual force in the language of these people, ruled and guided by the God's grace. No one else dwells there except the powerful warriors and the spiritual heroes. Within them, the spirit of the Almighty God remains totally fulfilled, imbued with the Lord's essence. There abides those who are fully sown in Lord's admiration. Myriads of Sitas are there, cool and calm in their majestic glory. Their beauty cannot be described, in whose hearts the Lord abides, don't die, nor they can be swindled. The devotee of many worlds dwell there. They celebrate, their minds are imbued with the true Lord. In the realm of truth abides the formless Lord, watching his creation with merciful eyes. He brings fulfillment. There are limitless worlds upon worlds of his creation. As he commands, so they exist. They function according to his order. The Lord sees, watches over all, and contemplating the creation, he rejoices. O Nanak, to describe this is as hard as steel. Make continence thy furnace, patience thy goldsmith, understanding thy anvil, divine knowledge thy tools, God's fear thy bellows, practicing penance, tapa, by thy flames of fire, and Lord's love lies in thy pot within, which filter the nectar of God's name. Thus the divine word is cast in the true mint, Such is the karma of those upon whom He has cast His glance of grace. O Nanak, the merciful Master with His grace uplift and exalt them. Salok. The air is the Guru, the water is the Father, earth the greater Mother, the day and night are two male and female nurses in whose lap the entire world plays. Of good deeds and bad deeds, the record is read out in the presence of the Lord of Dharma. By their respective deeds, some shall be near Him and some driven far from Him. Those who have meditated on the name of the Lord, and departed after hard work by the sweat of their brows, O Nanak, their faces are radiant in the court of the Lord, and many are saved along with them. Waheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji ki Fateh.